Hello, 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 family, friends, students, and beautiful people of the World Wide Web. Welcome to Weekend Wellness with Miss Deach. I am today going to attempt to teach my first full-length yoga class. So if you would like to join me, please go ahead and change into something comfy, grab your mat, or maybe you don't have a mat and you use a blanket or a towel, or maybe you just practice on a rug. That works too. Whatever it is you need, pause the video, grab your stuff, and join me for this 60-minute yoga class where we are going to build a little bit of heat in the body to warm us up on this cold January day. So once you get everything all situated, go ahead and come into an easy, comfortable seat, whatever that may be for you. For me, it's crisscross applesauce with my hips elevated up on a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you could use a pillow, you could use a block, or even a folded up blanket. Or maybe you just sit on the ground because that's nice and comfy for you. Whatever is your comfortable seat, go ahead and find it. And we're going to start today with our hands on our knees, sitting up tall, finding some length. And then we're going to close our eyes or find a soft gaze in front of us and begin to go inward. First, just noticing the breath, not trying to change it at all. Just noticing the inhales and the exhales. Noticing how your belly fills up as you inhale. And exhale. Just tuning into our breath. Letting go of the to-do list. Letting go of any worry or angst. And just being present. Being grateful that you have the next 60 minutes to yourself. Just you and your mat. And we're going to start to deepen our inhales and exhales. And maybe you find you put your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your belly. And you inhale deeply. And exhale, side out. Two more times. Inhaling deeply. And exhale, let it go. Last time, inhale and exhale. I invite you to place your right hand over your heart center, over the left hand. And before we get moving and shaking today, I want you to set an intention, a goal. What do you want to get out of this practice? Maybe things are feeling a little chaotic for you and you want to invite some peace into your life. Maybe you want to let go of something that isn't serving you. Whatever your goal or your intention is. Remember, if you find the mind wandering during this practice, go back to that intention. Focus the mind. And we continue to breathe. And keeping our intention in mind, we flutter our eyes open. And start to find some movement. So we're going to inhale the arms up high to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. 3rd time, we're inhaling up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale those arms up. And then we're gonna find a side body stretch, bringing our right arm down to the ground, planting firmly, and then reaching our top arm over and to the left of the room. Breathing into that side body, feeling the stretch, grounding down in that right palm. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, lengthen just a little bit more. And exhaling, bringing that right arm back up high. And then we side bend to the left, bringing that left arm down to the mat, to the ground, and reaching your right arm over towards the right side of the room. Inhaling into that side body, into any tightness, feeling that stretch. Inhale. And exhale, coming up through center. Hands come together at the top and exhale, palms to heart center. This time, finding a twist. We're gonna inhale our arms up and then slowly bring that left arm down to the right thigh. Right hand goes behind you onto the ground and we twist. Looking over that right shoulder to whatever degree is comfortable for you. And inhaling into that twist. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And inhale back to center. We inhale the arms up. And then we exhale, twisting to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind us, looking over our back shoulder, and we breathe. Inhale, twist a little deeper, and exhale, release. One more time. Inhale deeply, and exhale, release. Inhale, back to center. And last time, inhale those arms up. Remember that intention, that goal that you set as you exhale those arms and hands down, hands to heart center. And coming into a tabletop position. So remove whatever it was that was elevating your hips if you had something. And come onto all fours. And planting your hands firmly into the ground. Knees should be directly over hips, and we're going to inhale, drop our bellies, turn our gaze upward, finding cow pose. And exhale into cat, rounding our backs, dropping our head. And we're going to inhale cow. And exhale into cat, rounding the back, Halloween cat. Dropping the head. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat pose. Round that back. And do a few more. Matching your inhales and exhales on your own, at your own pace. Whatever feels good to you is what you should do. And maybe you find a little bit of movement with your cat cows. Maybe you sway your hips left to right. Maybe you come forward and backward to stretch out those wrists a little bit. Whatever feels good to you, feels organic and yummy to your body, go ahead and do it. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Just a couple more on your own. And then finding a neutral tabletop. We're going to open up our shoulders a bit by threading the needle. So we're going to inhale and then reach that right arm up to the sky, nice and high. And then we're going to exhale, bring that arm underneath the left, bringing the head and shoulder down towards the mat. And stretching out that shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Remembering our intention, our goal, whatever it may be for you. And we're going to inhale, come back up, reach that hand up towards the sky, and bring it back down, right underneath your shoulder. And planting both hands firmly into the ground, we're going to go heavy in our right hand, and we're going to lift that left hand up high to the sky. Maybe look up. And we're going to thread the needle, exhale the arm and shoulder down, looking over towards that left hand and feeling that shoulder stretch. Breathing into any tightness. Opening up that back body. Letting it feel good. And coming back out, we straighten that right arm. We inhale the arm up. And exhale back down. Inhale, ground yourself, pressing firmly into your mat. Looking down, neck should be nice and long, reaching towards the front of the room. We're going to inhale that right arm up high. Reaching out in front of us, still looking down. And then we're going to inhale the back left leg up, extending long. Foot should be flexed down towards the ground. We're reaching up through our left hand, which should be directly over our shoulder. And we inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Let's find a little movement, bringing in that elbow to knee for bird dog. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, bringing right elbow to left knee. Inhale long. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale long. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arm and hand down. And let's reset with another cat-cow. We're going to inhale the belly up. And exhale, cat-cow. Finding a neutral tabletop. Other side. We're going to inhale that left arm up. Reaching out in front of us, gazing down towards the floor, remembering to keep our neck nice and long. And we're going to inhale that right leg up. Now, straightening it out, reaching towards the back wall. And finding our bird dog, we're going to inhale and exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last time, inhale, reaching long. And exhale, elbow to knee. Reach and lower into your neutral tabletop. And now, you should be building a little heat in your body at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this sweatshirt. It's getting a little hot in here. Go ahead and let's find our first downward dog of the class. So we're going to plant our palms firmly down on our mats. We're going to curl our toes and lift our hips up and back into the downward dog position. Our first downward dog of practice. So maybe you find a little movement here and you start to walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other, stretching out those calves. Remembering to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. And find some stillness. Reach those heels down towards the ground. It's okay if they don't reach. And we'll take 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat to find our first forward fold. And if it feels good for you, go ahead and take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows, letting that head hang heavy towards the floor, and having a generous bend in the knees, because this is our first forward fold with the practice. Okay, and our bodies are just beginning to warm up. So maybe you find a little movement here, swaying from side to side. Let it feel good. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Breathing into any tightness. Making it feel good. And we're going to exhale those arms down to the ground. Bending your knees to whatever degree you like. And we're going to inhale into halfway lift. Goodness gracious, this is my first time teaching it over. And exhale back into forward fold. And we're going to come on up this first time very slowly. Rolling our spine gently. And inhale those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. 3 half suns. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees as we swan dive up. Inhale, come up tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. And we're inhaling. Slight bend in those knees. Reaching those arms up into extended mountain. Maybe you look up, maybe you take a little back bend, and then exhale those arms back down to heart center. Last time for our half suns. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight flat back, and exhale, forward fold. And then we inhale those arms up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Time for our full sunays. So we're going to inhale those arms up and exhale down. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Slowly walking our palms out to our first plank position. Making sure as we take this first plank that our hands are pressed deeply into the mat, firmly into the mat, all 10 fingers pressing down, and our shoulders should be directly over our wrists right now, okay? And building a little heat and strength, we're gonna inhale, and then lower down for this first time, all the way down to the belly, hugging those arms in. We're gonna flip our feet, and we're going to inhale into cobra. Inhale, gentle back bend, looking up, opening that chest up, and we're going to exhale down to our mat. Inhaling into our gentle cobra pose. And exhaling. One more time. Inhale, cobra. And exhale. Push back up into plank. And lift those hips up high, coming back into downward facing dog. And we take 2 breaths here. Bend those knees, look forward and walk, step or hop your feet to your hands. And then we straighten those legs coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we inhale our arms up high again, or extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank. Lowering all the way down or halfway down. Keeping those elbows hugged into the body. We lower and then exhale. This time, taking either cobra or maybe you'll come into upward facing dog where our thighs are lifted off of the ground. Open up that chest. Inhale. And exhale back in to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Pulling the body down a bit. Inhaling through our nose. And exhaling. Remember your intention. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale, bend those knees, gaze up towards your hand and walk, jump or float to the top of your mat. And straighten those legs into our forward fold. Head heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Finding our first flow of the practice now that our bodies are nice and warmed up. We're going to inhale, arms up again, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Planting our hands firmly into the ground. We're going to step back into the plank. Lower down to our bellies or halfway, lifting up into downward facing dog or cobra pose, and then turning those toes back into downward facing dog. And let's find our first lunge here. So we're going to inhale the right leg up high and exhale, bringing it in between our hands, and then lowering that back knee. Flipping onto the back of the foot. We're going to find our stability here. Knees should be directly over the ankle joint. And we're going to inhale our arms up. Or maybe you just inhale to here. Whatever feels good for you. So whatever feels good, that's what you do in yoga. And we're going to inhale here, finding our stability. And then exhale, palms to mat. And we're going to come back into our runner's lunge, straightening that front leg. Reaching those toes up towards the sky. And breathing into the back of that leg. Stretching it out. And then we're going to inhale, coming forward. Lift that back knee, curl those toes. And then stepping back into plank pose and coming back into downward facing dog. Other side, now we lift the left leg up and we step it in between our hands. And then lower that back knee, turn those toes and inhale up. Maybe you place your hands here on the front of your knee and thigh, or maybe you inhale those arms up high towards the sky. And we breathe, feeling our strength, remembering our intention, our goal for our practice, and being present. Inhale. And exhale, straighten that leg, coming into runner's lunge. Pointing our toes up towards the sky, leaning back, stretching out that back of that left leg there. To whatever degree we can. Maybe you need some blocks to come up a bit, if that feels better for you. If you don't have blocks, books, water bottles, anything that just brings the ground up to you, you can use. And we're going to inhale, coming forward. Palms to the mat. Turn those toes, lift that knee up, and then we're stepping back into our plank, and then exhaling back into downward facing dog. Coming back to our breath. Coming into our first warrior sequence, we're going to inhale the right leg up high towards the sky. It doesn't matter how high it goes. Keeping that foot flexed down towards the ground. Inhaling, and then exhale, bring it in between your hands. And then we're turning our back foot at a 45-degree angle and breathing into warrior two. Those arms come up to a T, that knee gets bent. The knee should be directly over the ankle. And we're gazing forward towards the front of the room, looking over that middle finger. Breathing into our strength. This is a very strong pose, warrior two. And we're going to reverse. Inhale, reach that right arm forward. And then exhale, bring it back. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Bring that gaze up. Remembering to keep that knee bent over the ankle. Breathing deeply. And then exhale, we're going to bring that right forearm down to our right thigh. And we're going to inhale our arm up high towards the sky for extended angle pose. Maybe your gaze is up, maybe it's down, maybe, okay, you're a little more flexible and you can put your hand down on the floor or the mat, remembering staying open in that chest. Okay, so if you're collapsing in, go ahead and bring that forearm back to the thigh. And inhale one more time. And exhale. Inhale, arms down to frame that right foot, turning our back leg and stepping back into plank pose. We're going to find a Shavasana and then go to our other side. So lowering from plank down to our mats, flipping those feet, coming up into up dog, or maybe just cobra, whatever feels right to you. And then inhale back through plank or tabletop and lift our hips up back into downward facing dog. And left side, here we go. We're going to inhale the left leg up high. And then exhale, bring it through in between your palms. And if it doesn't quite get there, that's okay. Just scooch it up a bit. Nothing wrong with that. And then we're going to turn those right the right foot to a 45-degree angle and cartwheel our hands up into a warrior two. Arms to a T, gazing over that middle finger, bending that knee so that it's at a 90-degree angle, or as much as you can. Knee should be directly over the ankle here. Inhaling, feeling the strength. And we're going to reverse. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, left arm up, right arm on back thigh. Remembering to keep that knee bent. Peaceful warrior. Maybe your gaze goes up. And we inhale. And we're going to exhale back into extended side angle, bringing that left forearm to our thigh and reaching that right arm up, opening up the chest. Maybe you look up, keeping that knee bent, strong, straight back leg. And if you have a little more flexibility, you can put that hand down on the ground or maybe a block. Remembering to breathe, remembering that intention. And from here, inhale, back into warrior two. And we cartwheel our hands down to the ground, stepping that left foot back and doing a shavasana, or what do we call that? Vinyasa. There we go. Still learning, guys. So we lower down your bellies. Inhale up to up dog or cobra, and then lifting the hips up high into downward facing dog. Remembering to breathe. Remembering that intention and staying present. Go ahead and look up towards your palms, bend those knees, and hop, jump, float, or step your hands or your feet to your hands, straightening those legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here to remember that intention. Slowing the breath a bit. And being present. We're going to grow heavy into our right foot. And then we're going to inhale, knee up. And then turning our knee outward towards the left of the room, we're going to bring our foot either as a kickstand down on the ground or to our calf, or maybe your foot can rest on the inside of your right thigh. Remembering to bend the knee a little bit, finding your tree pose. And you can see I'm cheating here, holding on to my TV stand here. That's okay. If you want to go to a wall to do this, feeling a little unstable, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, grow our branches. Tree pose. Finding our balance, focusing our eyes onto a drishti. One spot that's not moving, helping our balance. Coming out, we're going to inhale that knee up And we're going to come into figure 4, taking that left ankle over the right thigh and bending down, sinking our hips towards the ground, keeping a flat and extended back, figure 4. Breathing. Knowing if you fall out of it at any time, that's okay. It's okay to wiggle and wobble. Just have fun with it. Remember to laugh at yourself. We're just playing here. And inhale back up, bringing that knee to chest. And exhale, lower that foot back down. Shake it out. And we'll reset with one half sun. Inhale those arms up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, growing heavy, grounding down in that left foot. Knee bends a little bit. Inhale your leg up. And then exhale, turn that knee outward, finding your tree pose. Inhale, grow those branches. Find your drishti, a spot that isn't moving. So focus your eyes and your minds. One little balance challenge, you can begin to bring your gaze up towards the sky. Maybe you just keep it soft enough in front of you. Inhale. Coming into figure 4, we inhale that right leg up towards the chest. And we're going to exhale into figure 4 on the other side, bringing that right leg over the left thigh and sinking our hips down. Hands at heart center, figure 4. I'm a little wobbly. Don't mind me. But again, that's okay. Coming back into it. Remembering we're just having fun here. Inhale up and back down. Shake it out. And we're going to inhale those arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. And bringing our feet, our toes together. Weight sinking into the back heels. We're going to come into our first chair pose, sinking the hips down. Reaching up. Maybe you can sink down a little further. You should be light on your toes here. Weight should be in the back of the heels. And finding eagle. We're going to grow heavy into that right foot and then inhale that left foot up and cross it over your right leg. And then bring your arms to a T and then cross the left arm underneath the right arm, bringing palms together. And then inhale those elbows up. And you can see here, I have my left foot down on the ground as a kickstand because I'm a little wobbly today. But maybe you have a little bit better balance and you can keep that foot up and wrapped around the calf. Maybe you put a block to kickstand your foot on. And we're going to inhale, reaching those arms up a little bit higher, sitting back a little bit deeper. And exhale, we untwist and shake it out. Other side, we're going to do a half sun A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms up, and then sink those hips back down into chair pose. Heavy in our heels. We should be able to lift our toes up. We need to make sure that our knees are aligned, not one in front of the other. So we need to make some adjustments. Go ahead and do that now. And this time, we're going to inhale, exhale, arms to a T. And then this time we are doing left arm on top of right arm. So inhale and exhale, right arm on top of the left. Palms together, wrapping yourself up. Maybe you just hug yourself. Put your hands on your shoulder. Or maybe palms touch. Growing heavy into that left foot this time. Bring that left foot up and around, finding your eagle. I'm going to kickstand my foot here. But maybe you have a little bit better balance than me and you can lift that foot up. Inhale those arms up. Wiggling and wobbling is a-okay. And exhale, we untwist, shake it out. And do our second warrior sequence. Just checking my notes a little bit. My little cheat sheet here. We're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back into plank. Take a vinyasa, lowering down slowly to the ground, flipping those feet, lifting up into upward facing dog or cobra, breathing, and exhaling back into downward facing dog. And here we're going to inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, step it in between the palms. Bend that front knee, 90-degree angle. And bring that back foot down to a 45-degree angle. And then inhale, arms up into warrior one. Bending that front knee. The knee should be aligned with your ankle bone. Gazing forward. Square those hips to the front of the room. And then inhaling arms up. Inhale, drawing that right hip back and the left hip forward. Feeling your strength. Remembering your intention. And then we're going to inhale into crescent lunge, turning our back toes towards the center of the room, keeping our right leg bent. We inhale and exhale. Let's find a twist. We're going to inhale and then exhale our hands down into heart center. Inhale, bring that body forward, reaching that head out long. And then we're going to twist, putting our left elbow onto that right bent knee and opening up that chest, bringing our shoulder blades together in the back of the body. Feeling strong. High on those back toes. Strong front leg here. Inhaling. And exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back in to high crescent lunge. We inhale those arms up. And exhale, sinking. Inhale. And exhale. turning those back toes, straightening that front leg, coming into triangle pose. Arms to a T, we reach that right arm forward, and then we exhale it down to the shin, ankle, or maybe the floor, and we open our chest up, gazing up towards that hand, extended long towards the sky for triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. Feel that opening in your chest. And we're gonna exhale our left hand down, frame that front right foot, and step it back into plank pose. And we take a vinyasa to rinse, or maybe you would just find child's pose and sink those hips back down to the ankles, whatever it is that feels good to you. And then we will all meet in downward facing dog. Catching our breath, resetting, and we're going to do our left side. So we're going to inhale, bring that left foot up towards the sky, exhale it down in between your palm, and then finding your stability first. We inhale our arms up into high crescent lunge. Strong back leg here. Ankle and knee aligned. Knee bent at a 90-degree angle. Inhaling. We're going to find our twist. We're going to inhale, exhale the arms to heart center. And then we turn and twist, bringing our right elbow to our left knee. Turning to the side and twisting. Inhale, try to bring those palms as close as you can to the center of your chest. Inhale, exhale, twist a little deeper. And we're going to inhale back up into high crescent lunge. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to find our triangle, lowering that back heel, putting that foot at a 45-degree angle, straightening that front leg, bringing arms to a T. And then we're going to inhale, reach forward. And then exhale, left hand should be on ankle, shin, or if you're more flexible, you can go ahead and bring it down to the mat maybe. Or maybe you use a block to bring that ground up. Remembering to open that chest. And just feel that stretch, feel that body opening. This should feel really, really yummy right now. Really good. Maybe your gaze goes up towards that upward hand. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming out of it. Moving that block, bending that knee, placing the palms firmly on the mat, and stepping back into our plank pose, lowering down, slow and control, and inhaling up into upward facing dog or cobra, and exhaling back into downward facing dog. Resetting. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Starting to Cool down the body now. Moving into the final part of our practice. We're going to go ahead and we're going to step, jump, hop, float our feet forward to our hands. And then just slow and control, finding a seat. Rolling back to our bums. And we're going to placing the hands on the knees. Or maybe out in front of you. Inhaling and then exhaling down flat on your back. Finding a full body stretch, reaching those hands overhead. Point those toes towards the front. Reaching long, stretching that body. And then inhale, knees into chest. Hugging your legs into the center of your body. Maybe you find a little rock side to side. Slowing down that heart rate. Cooling the body. Coming into the final part of our practice. And go ahead and lower your feet down to your mat. And then you're going to inhale your right leg to your chest. And then bring that right ankle over top of the left thigh. Kind of like the figure four we did earlier in the practice. And then we're going to inhale the left leg up, grabbing either the back of your thigh or your shin, whatever feels right to you, stretching that outer hip on the right leg. Supine Pigeon. Making sure it feels good. Remembering that if anything hurts, don't do it. Yoga should always feel good. You want to challenge yourself, but never should you be in pain. We're inhaling. And exhale that right leg, right foot back down to the mat. Left foot back down as well. Maybe you place your right hand over your belly, your left hand over your chest. And breathe. Bringing your attention back to your breath, back to your body. You found yourself, your mind wandering. And then left side, we're going to inhale the left leg into our chest. And then bring that left ankle over top of the right thigh, turning that left knee towards the left side of the room. And then inhale that right leg up, staying bent, placing our arms either on the inside of our right thigh or the shin. Pulling and stretching that left hip. Supine Pigeon. Should feel really delicious and yummy in your outer hip area. I'm a little sore, so this feels fantastic. Breathing. Going back to the breath. And we're going to inhale. And exhale, both feet back down towards the ground. Actually, let's hug those knees into the chest and give ourselves a little hug again. Rocking side to side. And then finding some stillness. And we're going to inhale our knees staying together over to the right side of the room and putting our arms either in a T, or if that's too much of a stretch on the shoulder for you, finding cactus arms. And if you like, you can gaze, turning the head and neck towards the left side of the room. Gazing over that right shoulder, that right hand if you have your arm in T. And we twist. Supine twist. Inhaling. And exhaling. Releasing and surrendering ourselves into the ground, the earth. Maybe you close your eyes. Focusing your mind on that breath. Let it feel good. And we're going to inhale our knees back into our chest. Giving ourselves one last hug. And then grabbing the inside of our feet, coming into happy baby pose. Hugging those knees in towards those armpits. Knees staying bent. Happy baby. Our last and final pose before we take our shavasana. Maybe find a little rocking back and forth if that feels good on the back. Giving yourself a little massage. Maybe you straighten one leg and then the other. Or maybe you go directly into shavasana. As you and your body are ready for our final resting pose, corpse pose. And we're going to inhale those knees back into our chest, hugging them in. And exhale into your shavasana, whatever that may be. Extending those legs out long. Or maybe you like to keep your knees bent. Maybe you take your feet out wide and bring those knees together. Whatever feels good, whatever is your shavasana. Bringing those arms down to your side, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Growing heavy. Shavasana. Let it all go. Surrender to the earth. And focus on your breath. bring your awareness back to the room. Starting to invite a little movement into the body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe you take a full body stretch, reaching out long. And gently rolling over to either left or right side, whatever's calling to you. And gently using your arms, keeping your eyes closed. Lift yourself up into an easy seated position. And we're going to end practice today with 3 collective breaths together. Bringing our hands to heart center. We inhale. Inhaling. And this last time you bring your hands up to heart center, your palms to your third eye. Inhale and exhale, bowing forward. I thank each and every one of you for practicing with me today. I hope that warmed you up on our cold, cold day. And namaste, my friends. Namaste.